apologize. I have messed up again. I don't seem to understand how to use technology and YouTube and all this fancy stuff. If you were waiting on the old broadcast, I then broadcast. That was Google. It just turned on by itself. That's weird. I was broadcasting on the wrong thing and then I pressed end and it all ended, and I do apologize. I am now going to just really quickly let people know that I have messed up on the wrong channel. I'm going to post on Twitter. I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm going to post on Twitter just to say sorry all. Sorry everyone. Messed up. Messed up YouTube. Please come see me here instead. Boom. This, I believe, hopefully, is the right one. In fact, I'm just going to double check. I know this is not part of our live stream, but people apparently Sorry, everyone. Oh, yeah, it is. Excellent. So I'm going to do that on Twitter. And then I just need to do it on LinkedIn as well. I'll just do it off screen. Here we go. Okay, and I am good. Woo! Woo! Tension, the tension of it all. Okay, everybody, today what we are going to do is going to carry on from last week. Let me show you again where we were at last week. Oh man, this thing really isn't wanting to. That's weird. From last week, and just to show you where we were there. Here we go. Just to show you where we were at last week. So we'd created some code that was basically could recognize OK Asim. I'm just going to show you running it again. Here we go. Open with live server. Oh, I've already got it running, I think, in a browser. Here we go. Just change the background a little bit. And how it worked was it's pretty much just running in the console. So I'm just going to, in fact, I'll just attach to the bottom of the screen there. I'm going to zoom in a little and close out. Just go to console here. Okay. So that's interesting. So I'm going to reload the page. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. And that's how we were training it. In fact, I'm not going to bother training the whole thing. Let me go back into here and then let's just only train for OK Asim. Let's just do OK Asim. Let's go that way. Okay, so let's do it again. OK Asim. 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 So I was collecting 2 sets of data, background noise and Asim, and it's training it. I can't remember how many ones I have set it for, so it's training it for. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay, Asim. 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 So as you can see, what it's doing basically is that hopefully now it's not going to recognize, it's occasionally recognizing, okay, Asim. I think that's because we just don't have enough data to really crunch some numbers, and we're going to do a little bit more of that today. But the goal here, well, the goal always was to get something that recognizes OK Asim. And I think that the really important thing to recognize is if you look at the place here, so if I kind of like refresh, and hopefully it's still OK Asim. It's still listening, but maybe you can see it's not making any requests on the network. And that's the important thing about doing TensorFlow.js. You're building and training models so they use just from within the browser and they don't require any network traffic. So if you see something like this in other examples, what they're probably doing, if they're not using TensorFlow.js, what they're probably doing is they're taking your sound and they're sending it to a server somewhere, some API, and then that's doing the number crunching and sending it back. We don't want to do that. That's not how we really want these kinds of AIs to work, where it's constantly listening to you and sending your data out there. That's the advantage of TensorFlow.js, kind of machine learning on the edge devices, is it just does it locally on your machine. And so that's what we're building here today. Now, what we're going to do today, hopefully, is to use this right now, I had to kind of train it with OKASIM and give it loads of examples and have it do the number crunching. We don't want to do that all the time, obviously. We want to do that once, and then once it's trained, save that data so then we can reload it and use it reuse it just the same way as you reuse like a JavaScript library or something like that. And that's what we're going to go to today. So I'm just going to make a really quick, simple website which does that. So, few steps. What are our steps? Now, what we need to do is first, I need to get the documentation. So, what are we following? So, the kind of stuff we're following right now is actually just in the speech commands GitHub repo, not Rico, repo. And if you go in there, we've kind of been figuring stuff out as we go along. A lot of this stuff is in the README here. There's no like super easy to read documentation, so we're kind of figuring stuff out as we go along. There's just lots of code that you can take a look at, which is fine. And here's the important thing. So what we need to do now, last week we did this thing called transfer learning. Now what we're going to do is serialize the data. I hope this is the right thing we're going to be doing. As I said, these live streams for me are, I haven't really prepped anything beforehand, and I'm trying to figure things out as I go along. Apparently people like to see me fumble around and not know what I'm doing, so welcome. So we're going to try and figure it out as we go along. I think this is what we're going to do, and I think this is basically all that we need to do is we need to serialize it, somehow have it saved as a file, and then we can basically load it using this method here. And actually all of this stuff actually is running from within an actual demo that they've created. So a lot of this stuff here, you can see it is you can enter transfer words, you can kind of do a lot of this stuff in the browser. We're not going to do this here yet. What we're going to do is just code it up ourselves, because this wouldn't be a particularly good exercise to learn how to code with TensorFlow.js using a website. Just like clicking buttons or something. So we're going to try and learn it. But the advantage is that a lot of that stuff code is here, so we can actually just, if we wanted to, we could just take a look at it. I will be taking a look at it to figure out what to do with some of this stuff, especially kind of to serialize. In fact, let's just have a look at what it's doing here. So serialize. Oh, there it is. Boom. Serialize examples, and then what is it doing? So it's getting. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Okay, excellent. I'm just going to copy and paste this code. What is a base name? That's interesting. Is that used anywhere? Oh, date string. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right, well, watch me code with copy and paste. This is it. This is basically all that it's doing. Is it's called a transfer recognize, which is the thing that we have that we're training up. We're getting the data, and all this code here is doing is it's triggering the browser to save a file. He wants you to save a file down so you can reuse it, and that's kind of what we want to do here. So let's just try that out. In fact, let's just do that here. Let's add it to our numpty code. So we have, in fact, just to make things simpler, I'm just going to do 2 examples. And I felt, no, there it is. So where was our code? So here, yeah, here we're listening. Listening? No. Oh yeah, here's training. So we're collecting data here, collect sounds. We're collecting OK Asim examples. We were collecting OK Google. Maybe we'll collect some other examples as well, because I think it's good for it to collect a bunch of different ones.
Here's what I found on the web.
It's mad, you know. It's mad kind of building something that does OK Google when you've got a phone that says OK Google. How do I switch this off? Maybe I'll just turn it down so that I can't hear it. And let's go here. I just want to see if there's any questions. Any questions? There should be a screen here where I can see questions. Here we go. Hey, I've got some people saying hi. You, hi Claudio. Claudio, hi. And hi Orestes. This is so exciting. Interactions. Awesome. Add to broadcast. What does that do? I don't know what that does. Anyway, got special buttons here. So, I've forgotten where I was. Oh yeah, I've got the button. So let's just add a button here. Let's do it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste that. So do a function download. I've got a funky new theme. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me what it is. I got it from somewhere. And what am I doing? That's not how I write. That's not how you write code. This is how you write code. We're not going to get date string. Hi, John. Hi, Lewis. There's people saying hi. So here we go. So we're going to get the transfer recognizer, which I hope... it's not global, so I need to make it somehow available to this other function. What will I worry about in a second? No, I'll pass it. I'll pass it to the function. So I'll pass it as that. Yeah, how about that? Get the artifacts, and then we're gonna give it a name. I think I deleted something. Oh, here we go. So I'm gonna give it a name. Let's give it a name of data. Actually, I just watched the last episode of Voyager last night, and I am still a little bit emotional, if I'm honest with you. It's the second time I've watched the last episode. What a good episode. So I'm going to put voyager.bin. And there we go. So at the end of the training here, in fact, I'll actually just download it straight away. And I'll pass in the transfer recognizer. So this is what's going to happen. Excellent. So in fact, what I'll do is put it before that. This is when the training finishes. Okay, so this is when the training finishes. At this point here is when the training actually finishes, and I'm just going to start the download. I'm not going to make it async await or anything like that. Just it'll just download it in the background, and while it's downloading, it'll just start listening and using the model. So just to summarize, what we do here is we create this thing called a transfer recognizer. We then collect sounds as examples of OK Asim. We're just collecting data, and then when it's finished, we train the model. We retrain the model with what's called transfer learning, which I spoke about in the last video. I'm not going to speak about it again. You can watch the other video. And once that new model had been trained up with OK Asim, then we download it. I'm going to download a file, and then I'm just going to listen to it. So hopefully once this is done, I'm then just going to be able to, instead of collecting data and training, I'm just going to then load this data that I'd already downloaded. Oh, it says there's an error. It's a red error. Where would that be? It's up here. Oh. Aha! Boom. VS Code. Nice. Ah! There you go. So let's. I think that's it, really, isn't it? So now I'm just gonna go for it. That's not the right one. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I should be on here. So we should be looking here. Okay, excellent. So let me do it again. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Just gonna train it and hopefully it's gonna save it. Yes! Voyager 1.bin. Do you know what? For fun, let's take a look to see what this looks like. It's 160 kilobytes. And how am I going to look at this? I'm going to look at this. I don't know. I don't seem to have any files that allow me to look at it. How about I open it with other? You can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm off the other screen. What can I open a bin file with on a Mac? Oh, just text, just a text editor. Oh, I know. I'm being dumb. I'm being super dumb. So what I'm going to do is going to copy the path. Copy. And then what I'm going to do is go into here. I'm going to open up a terminal. I've got a whole new layout going on here with my Visual Studio Code. Been playing with it. Got this peacocks thing that my old boss made, John Papa, which kind of changes the color of different VS Code instances. It's pretty cool. Give it a go. I'm just trying to make up time. Okay, here we go. Okay, Asim. So, tail. I'll drag the file over actually here. Okay, how about that? Tail. Void.bin. It's just like a whole load of weird binary data. Okay, anyway, it's something. It's some format of something. So now we've got this Voyager.bin. What I should have done, in fact, before I completely forget, let me just save that as part 2. Part 2. And keep going here. Okay, awesome. So that's saving that. That's saving my Voyager.bin. So now the trick is we need to load it up. So rather than delete all this data, I am going to create another function called train? No. What's a word that means train and get data? Create. Create model. Create and train model. How about that? Why are we trying to make short words when we don't have to? Create and train model. Where I would pass in, it probably wants a transfer recognizer to pass in. I wonder if we can, wonder if there's a clever refactoring thing we can do. But anyway, let's do that. So I think that's it, right? Yes. So we don't want to train anymore, we want to load. Okay, so hopefully that we can still keep that. And let's create another function called async function load, not create, load model. And again, we probably want to pass it the transfer recognizer. Okay. And then we're going to call that instead. So from here, so await load model, pass in the transfer recognizer. All right. And then for now, we don't need this anymore. And theoretically, that's all. We should just be able to load the model and then start listening. You shouldn't need to train anymore. So what does that load model need to look like? Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to look at the code here to begin with. So I think it had at the bottom, didn't it? It had serialized examples. So here we go. Oh, that's interesting. The series can later be loaded into another instance of transfer with the load examples method. Serialized clear existing. Ah, so we need to actually load. It doesn't tell me what format. Serialized. Ah, so it's a binary array buffer. Ugh, sounds complicated. Ah! What I'm going to do? There must be. This is the example code from the demo. So what's the name of the function? You want to know how I code? This is how I code, people. There's nothing, this is it. This is what it's all about. This is how it works. So it calls load examples. And then, oh, it's been passed in by load dataset in transfer recognizer. What am I zooming in there for? So load dataset in transfer recognizer. So it's loading, upload files. Here we go. Files, dataset file input. Dataset file input. Dataset file reader. Dataset file. Oh, here we go. Dataset file is new file reader. Is that something? I'm going to show you my lack of knowledge. The dataset. No? That is something. Is that how you load a file? I want to load a file from. That's not how I want to load a file. That's not how we'll load a file. So I want to load. Okay, let me just do it the other way. I'm gonna. So how to load a binary array. How to load a binary array buffer. There we go. Getting messaged on another channel. There we go. How about this one? Okay, so I've already got it, so I just need to load it from the file stream. Sending. I don't need to actually I don't need to load as XHR, and I've got the data. I've got it. I've got it when the page loads. So I should just be able to just load it. There shouldn't have to be any kind of. Am I thinking? Am I going into my node? Ah, because it's a script tag, and I can't load a script tag. Okay. I don't know if I've just gone off on one on everybody and not really explained myself, but basically, I'm going to go back into here and see. So here we go. So, what's a file reader? JavaScript. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use the file reader. File reader object lets web applications asynchronously read the contents of files. User computer file block specify file. Excellent. No, file is used to read file content from the user's remote system in secure ways only. It can be used to simply read a file by path name from a file system. JavaScript standard AJAX solutions should be used to do server-side reading. Okay. Brain is not fully engaged right now, so I'm just gonna do this. So I need to create a file reader. I now need to create a file reader, so let's do that. And then on load, click. Dataset files input. Dataset file reader on load. Await. And then that's the result of the file. And then catch. There's some error here. Duration multiplier on error. Dataset file reader, read as array files. So then, okay. Dataset, I need to know what this dataset. So I create a dataset file reader. I then add this onload function. Then I call read as array buffer, and I'm passing it in this files thing. And this file thing comes from whatever this thing is. I don't know where that thing's coming from. So let's have a look at where that's coming from. So I'm on 522. So let's have a look at where this is coming from. Dataset file input. Oh, it's just a file. Dataset file. Oh, it's just an input file. Okay. Okay. So hopefully it'll just accept a path. Yeah? Okay, I don't know. Let's give it a go. Oh! Somebody's helping me. Probably easiest from an AJAX request to the localhost server. File readers for user selecting and manually uploading the file. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks, John. That actually does make sense. Because the format, it's going to be file : : it's going to be loading up something from a local file. Thanks, John. Yes. Help from online. This is fantastic. This is exactly why I like to do this live streaming stuff. All right, let's give it a go. So, oh man, I am struggling right now. I'm just gonna copy and paste some code. So load Ajax. Why is my brain struggling so much? Here we go. Not jQuery. I'm not using jQuery. I am using load. No. Yeah. Whack it in here. No, that's jQuery. How'd you do with that jQuery? I haven't done this thing. I haven't done raw JavaScript for such a long time. I can't bloody remember. What'd you do? How'd you do? Oh, it's XHR request. Yes. Vanilla JavaScript Ajax. Slight point. Where would I be without you? I accept. Did I? What did I just accept? Okay. So open and send on ready state. That's what it is, and then you get the response text. Yeah, that's what I need to do, right? XML HTTP request. Wow, the internet's hard. This is why I use frameworks. Okay, so load model. Right, so we've got to do this the interesting way. So let's make it a little bit more modern with a bit of let. Maybe even a const, actually. No, a let. New HTTP request. I'm going to load. It will be loaded up as... what's my port? So my port is this. So let me go back there. So I think it has to be like this. Voyager.bin. Hopefully. And xhr send.null. And then what we need to do is we need to capture when that... What have I done? Capture when that... It was on ready state. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So here we go into here. On ready state is equal to function. Well, let's we can at least make it a little bit more modern. Wait, is there a new API for this? Fetch. Yeah. Yeah, there's a new one. Fetch. What am I using this one for? Which browser supports it? Yeah, Chrome supports it. Okay, here we go. Fetch. Let's go fetch, baby. So fetch API example. Using fetch. Fetch, yes. Thank you. Const. Ah, it's got a little bit of a wait. This is much simpler. Let's do fetch. Man, that was scary for a second. That was really scary. So I am gonna load voyager.bin there. Ah, I'm gonna have to convert it into a Goram thingy, aren't I? A array buffer. Okay. Well, let's just see how are they converting it into an array buffer here. Read as array buffer, so it has like a function. So fetch. So fetch as array buffer. Oh. 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 So it looks like, I think this is response stream. So response array buffer. Then. Awesome. So, I presume I've got a response stream. Yeah, response dot array buffer. So buffer is equal to response dot array buffer. No, actually, then you just, if we're doing a wait, we don't need the final then, because the buffer will just come that way. Then, well, do you know what? This is good enough. I'm going to, at this point, drop a debugger in and debugger, and then let's give that a go. Hang on. So load model. I'm loading model here. Ooh, that was complicated. Let's give that a go. All right. So right. Okay. Yeah. It looks like it's loaded some stuff. I like what's going on here. All right. Let's see that again. So let's zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Here we go. So refresh. Okay. There you go. That was pretty quick. So loads at voyager.bin. And loads the array buffer. It looks like it is loading stuff. So it looks like we're good. Looks like we're good to go. Ooh, and where were we? So then, once you've got the buffer, what do we need to do? We need to. I thought I had the code somewhere here, didn't I? Load model. Have I deleted it? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I never took the code. So it's basically. Where's it gone? Where's the tensor? Here it is. So it's load examples. This is it. Load examples, and you clear existing. Why would you not want it? Clear existing flag ensures that examples already holds are preserved. The clear ensures that the examples that the new transfer already holds are preserved. I don't think. Do I want to preserve them? I don't know. Well, they've got false. I'm going to keep it as false for now. Okay. So clear existing faults, and then it'll be transfer recognizer dot load examples. And is that an await? Is that an asynchronous function? It It normally is, right? I'd be very surprised if it's not. Let's look at the source code. So the source code is load example. Doesn't look like it's async. Async away. It looks like it's synchronous. All right then. Fine. Looks like it's fine. All right. That looks like it. And then I think that should be it. So now it should then just listen and work. If your data, John's saying, if your data set is multiple smaller samples, then it may be you want to preserve as you load incrementally, or optionally load different data sets fast. Oh, I see. I see. Data set is multiple, so you may want to. Okay, I see. So maybe you want to load multiple files, like multiple examples, one after another for a variety of reasons, I imagine. And then you can just kind of incrementally add like individual words, like okay, Asim, and maybe you want to add okay, John, and John gives you his okay, John, and you can add that in at the same time as well, which is when you would have that's when you wouldn't bother clearing the load examples, and you would just set that to false. Which means actually, it means I could just set this to true because I don't want any other examples. Yeah, I'll just set it to true. See what happens. So now let's see. Well, it should. I've only got a stupid example with 2 things in it. No transfer learning example model name colors. Oh. Don't know. Delete it. Try again. Expected name but recognized to be a. Oh, so maybe we do need something there. So colors. Why is it not recognizing colors? Let's look at here. So let's look at their examples. Model name. But I don't understand. We loaded it up. So that's weird. So if I go down, so we've got serialized examples. So actually no, their code has it actually. So load data sets are here. So it's going to create let me think for a second. So base recognizer create transfer model name. Okay. Then oh, well, I don't understand. It was created. Learning examples. No transfer learning for model name. No transfer learning examples exist for model name. Transfer recognizer. No. So I'm creating brace recognizer, create transfer colors. Then I'm loading the model into the transfer recognizer. So create transfer colors. Any help, John? Any thoughts? Base recognizer, speech commands, ensure model loaded, create transfer colors. Then you pass it into load model. You get the data, you turn it into an array buffer, and then you load the examples. What the hell? What if I just set this to false? Maybe that's something. Oh, I can't set to false there. Let's set it to false here. I know I probably shouldn't call it colors, but anyway. Oh! Mismatch between the last dimension of the model's speech command output shape and transfer number. That's weird. So the output shape for last dimension of model's output shape and number of words 2. Mismatch between the last dimension of model's output shape 20 and 2. Oh man, this is getting complicated. So mismatch between the last dimension of model's output shape 20 and number of words 2. So the speech commands has an output shape of 20. I trained it on one word. Pretty sure I trained it on what? No, background noise. Background noise and. So we did train it on 2 words. The output shape isn't 20. So it's like it doesn't recognize. Okay, maybe I'm missing some code. Let's have a look at the thing here. Let's look at their live code demo. Again, see what that's doing. So load dataset in transfer recognizer. It loads it, loads examples, it counts the examples. Oh, it is doing something with the model input shape here. Okay, so it's doing something else. Okay, so it's doing something else. Let's have a look at what it's doing. So we're counting the number of examples, model input shape, getting the words that it's got. For each word, we're getting the examples. For each examples, we're getting the spectrogram. Oh, they're getting the spectrogram, and then duration multipliers. Ignore background noise examples, and then the duration multiplier for the data set. I was just publishing it out, and then that's it. And let's create word divs. Load dataset in transfer recognizer. Oh, load dataset in transfer recognizer. Load examples, count examples. Let's have a look at what the things are doing. Okay, fine. Fine. Transfer recognizer model input shape is 1. Model input shape. So let's just print these 2 things out for the hell of it. When we load the model. Yeah. And let's bracket debugger into here. And then model input shape 1. Let's get rid of. Let's just see what's inside there, just to take a look. All right, and then let's load up here. Oh, it's loaded up. Okay. Asim background noise, excellent. Model 43. Let's refresh that so I get what the hell else is there. Okay, so I don't know what this is. So model input shape. Okay, fine. 43. This is the frames, and that's 3 or something else. So we want 1, which is 43 for some reason. Okay. Now we're going to. That doesn't help me at all. In the slightest. In the slightest. Okay, let's figure out what this function does. Eval model on dataset. Transfer load examples. Oh, another one. Word hopper. Evaluate. Okay. Oh, maybe we're doing a bunch of different load examples. Hang on. Maybe that wasn't the right thing to look at. Oh, it's basically just 2. So transfer recognizer. What's this thing doing? This is something completely different. catch original text on error, and then this is this thing again. And so yeah, basically it's just loading it. It's not even running it. Eval model and dataset button. No. Okay. Popular saved transfer models select. List saved transfer models. Save load transfer model button. Here we go. Create transfer. Await transfer. Oh! Have I not loaded something? Oh! Am I supposed to load something? Maybe I'm supposed to load it. Okay, so then... Oh no, then... Load? Transfer model name, disabled. Oh, this is the inputs. The UI and the inputs are all together. Model IO. I'm going to try and do something here. So maybe load? Let me look at here. So let's load examples. Transfer why don't I just examine what transfer recognizer is doing? So let me have a look at transfer recognizer. Let's add that to the watch. Okay. Base model dataset. Oh, this doesn't really tell much. Just the transfer recognizers. Vocabulary 18 words. Words. Okay, Asim background. Streaming is false. This is just, yeah. Non-batch input shape. Name colors. Model.json. Metadata.json. Okay, let's have a look at the error message again. So let's run it. How do I run it? Run it there. Error mismatch between the last dimension of model's output shape and number of words to mismatch between the last dimension of model's output shape and number of words. Mismatch. So the last dimension. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just getting stuck here a little bit. I'm just going to go a little bit different. I'm going to just, I'm just going to work on the UI side of things for a second. My mind's getting stuck. I'm going to copy and paste this error message somewhere so I can just keep it somewhere to read. So here. There's 2. And then let's just work on some fun UI stuff. Okay? Let's work on some fun UI stuff. All right. Okay, so what am I going to do? What I wanted to do in the UI is I've got a body of background and stuff, and I've actually got some cool PNGs. So I've got Asim, it's my face, and I've got a little speech bubble. Let's talk. So what I want to happen is let's just show Asim's face in the middle of the page. And then what I was hoping to happen is when you say, okay, Asim, let's talk, speech bubble appears in the right location. So hopefully, I know I'm cheating a little bit. I haven't really dealt with the last problem. I think when you're live streaming, your mind goes a little bit dumb. Mine does anyway. So I'm just going to do something a little bit different for a second. And maybe then when I come back to that problem, it'll be obvious, right? So let's do this. So I'm going to load up asim.png like this. And I'm going to load up. Let's do Asim first. Let's do bubble. Let's do both. Bubble. PNG. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, let's close this out. Ha! Okay, that looks interesting. Right, so let's put me in the middle of the page. Oh my god, center aligning something. It's insane. Now, in fact, let's not center align. Let's just keep it fixed. So let's do. Where's my? Okay, we go. So let's give it a class. A class is equal to Asim, and let's give this a class. It's equal to a bubble. All right, and then let's add some classes. Image.asim and image.bubble. I know for sure that the bubble is going to have to be like a higher layer. So it's, well, I'll show you. All right, and so where do I want it to be placed? So position is absolute, which means relative to the next thing above it in the stack. Don't know if that's the right way of describing it. Forgot how to do position absolute. Top is equal to 50%. Is this how it works? I forgot. No, that's not how it works. Okay, in fact, let's move this to the right. In fact, you know what? Let's keep my face to the left. That seems pretty nice, actually. Top is equal to... that's 50 pixels. View height. Oh, 0.5. How to center align a fucking... How to center an image. I feel like I've Googled this a million bloody times. Image on the page. 2019. I have Googled this and here we go. I have Googled this 1,000 million times. Because you might have guessed, I'm not exactly. Oh, that was it. I remember now. This is it. Is it? Doesn't feel right. Is it? Display block, margin left, right, auto, width 50. Oh, it's going to be in the middle, but it won't be in the middle there. But let's have a look at it. Yo! Oh, it's because the width is set, isn't it? The width has to be set for this one. I remember that now. That's not good. I don't want that. I want a different solution. What does this one say? I've been down this road so many times. Text line center the display block. One way to probably center images, define the image element as a block level element. To add the value head of external CSS. Center tag? Oh, okay. Right. There was a website, I can't remember who it was, that had the absolute thing. Center horizontally. Blocks. Ah! Boop, 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 boop. Flex blocks. Okay. And I want... There we go. So, let's go here. Alright. No. That did not work. That was a lie. That was a complete lie. Complete and utter lie. I feel so angry right now. Oh, you can just set the width. Yeah, I just have to give it a width. So the width I'm going to set it is 200 pixels. Do you know what? I am the absolute worst developer on the face of this planet. There's never been a developer worse than me. This is it. This is. So if that's 50%, it still doesn't work. That's a lie. It's missing something. Something's missing. They're missing all the information. I'm definitely 100% certain. Displays. Oh, it has to be an outer element. That's what it is with this flexbox. So it has to be. Do you know what? I need to position things without flex. So I'm going to go back to my old technique, which is bloody fine. I don't care what anybody says. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to set it 50, 200 pixels. In fact, you know what? I'm going to stick at the bottom. I'm going to stick at the bottom. 50, left, 50, px, px. Ah, damn. Let's go here. There I am. Okay, do you know what? Works for me. Happy with that. Let's move this so it happens outside my face. So let's move that fixed as well. And it's going to be maybe a bit higher. So probably like 150. And let's do left 150 as well. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Maybe another 200. Maybe a bit more this way. Maybe a bit higher that way. Yeah, that's good. So, okay, let's give that a go. And I want it hidden to begin with. So display none. And then once you hear okay, okay, Asim, then it would appear. That's basically the goal. So what I'll do is I will add a function to make it show. So function show bubble, and it's a const bubble is equal to document. I'm gonna remember this. Document dot get element by ID. I didn't give it an ID, but whatever. So bubble dot I can't remember if that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is because it doesn't display none. But let's do it this way. So I'm going to then just try and figure out how to do it this way. So we go. First off, let's give it an ID. Let's give it an ID. So ID is equal to all my friends who actually know how to do CSS are gonna be so embarrassed about this. Right. Const bubble dot hidden false. True. Show hide elements DOM vanilla. Boom, there we go. Style display, that's what it is. So there we go. So wait, no, back here. So it's basically bubble.style.display is equal to block That's what we need to do. So I'm going to grab that, put it in the code. There we go. Show bubble. Do you know? Let's get rid of it after a little bit as well. Set timeout. Ooh, that was weird. So after, let's say, 2 seconds, let's then set it to none again. Ooh. All right. So just for shits and giggles, let's show the bubble for a second. Make sure it's working. Model loading. Show bubble. 1, 2. Goes away again. All right. So we've got the UI working. So I had some success. Excellent. Mismatch between the last dimension of the model's output shape and the number of words. Well, yes, there's a mismatch. The output to the last dimension shouldn't be 20. The last dimension should be 2. Because we're not detecting 20 words, we're detecting 2 words. Which implies to me that the transfer recognizer isn't really set up. Like, am I sending something different? Am I sending a base recognizer? We then create the transfer recognizer, and the transfer recognizer is listening. I swear we need to await load model. Load. There's nothing. The load model, okay. Waits there. Waits for the buffer. Loads the examples, and that is synchronous. That is the transfer recognizer. And that's fine. It's going to load the examples. So originally what are we doing? So when we're training, what are we doing? Where's my training code? Create and train. We're collecting sounds. Okay. Count examples. Okay. So let's look at collecting sounds. So the recognizer isn't. It's like it doesn't realize that the output shape has changed. It's almost like we're passing it. There was that transfer. Okay, let's look at some source code again. So let's look at not the UI, the actual code of the thing. Recognizer. Stop listening. Show model loaded. So let's look at source. I know the transfer stuff exists in FFT recognizer, I believe. Oh, there's some tests here as well. Maybe we can look at the tests. Okay, we can look at the test later on. So, cognizer, American spellings. So we've got a couple here, something there, something there. Okay, there's nothing particular there. In fact, let's search the repo transfer recognizer in this repository. Okay, so we've got, dataset viz, demo. Okay, so that's doing transfer recognizer there. Is that it? Okay. Oh, wow. I'm going to do a little bit more. How long have I been going for? An hour and a bit. Okay, I'm going to go for a little bit more, and if I can't find it, I'm going to reach out to some people on the internets, and we'll do one more session to just figure it out. But we've got, let me look here. So transfer recognizer, populate candidate words, active recognizer, word labels. I think we need to, there's something that we need to do. Nothing but data viz. Collect example. That's the collection thing that we're doing. It's getting a spectrogram. That's interesting. Okay. Ah, so that's just to print out. Create transfer. Create word divs. I think that might be what it is. Create word. Oh, divs on the page. Oh, divs on the page. Okay, that could be it. But whatever. It's interesting. Let's have a look at what's going on up in this function. And to learn words. Okay. You wanna bet what I'm gonna be doing for the next few days, figuring this out, aren't I? That's just some UI stuff. Download as file. Yes, you download as file. Upload files button. So this is it. So you upload the files, on load, load dataset in, upload files, and then what is it doing? It's doing nothing. Oh, no, hang on. So that's that function. So load dataset and transfer recognizer. Here you go. We're back here again. So yes, so it's loading examples. It's getting the number of frames and the number of examples. And for each example, it's just getting a spectrogram. It's just getting a spectrogram. That's all it's doing. And it's just drawing a data viz. Load the data set. Perform evaluation of the transfer model. I think I'm doing this completely wrong, you know. I think I've done this completely wrong. I wonder if I've done this. So let's use them. Download dataset as file. Evaluate model on dataset. So enter transfer words. This is just collecting data. Yeah, this is just collecting data. I may have just spoken at the end there. And let's just give it some examples of red. 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 Okay. So, need at least 8. I've given you 8 examples. Do you need more examples of noise? You know what? Just to make things... Let's do that. Okay, so then you can do transfer learning. This is just all running in the browser. And hopefully that's going to finish. It's going to do 100 epochs. Wow, it's pretty much reached the end. That's a pretty accurate already. Transfer learning complete. And then, yeah, I can then basically save the model. Model saved. Oh, so that's my model now. 171443. Okay. Where did it get saved? Let's close that. Download dataset as file. Download it. Oh, this is just the examples. Oh, it's not the model itself. Oh, man. Oh, is that just the examples? Do I still have to train the dataset? Is that what's been going on this whole time? Let's load this. Red. 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 Okay. I think I know what's going on, people. I think I need to do a training step. So, all that Voyager bin is it was all that saved was actually not the model itself, but the what you call it, the examples of sounds. So what I need to do is I need to do a training on it, for which I'm just going to do this. Okay. Freaking hell. That's it. I am going to go poo-poo. Not poo-poo. I'll never go poo-poo. Okay, so then maybe that's all we need to do. So let me go back to here. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. All right. Idiot. Although finally got there. God, I hate myself so much. No, I don't. I love myself. All right. So that's what was going on. What was going on basically? That was just embarrassing. How bad I got that. So basically, the original model that we had that can detect 20 things. So that model, what we say is it has an output shape of 20. Okay, output shape of 20, because the thing it outputs at the end is an array of 20 things and a probability for each one. And so that's what it's basically been, that's what it's designed for. My new transfer learning model, all it knows is OK, Asim, and noise. And so then it was kind of getting confused. It was like, well, hang on, you've given me this model that is supposed to just detect 20 things, and yet you've only given me data for 20 words. You need to give me data for you need to give me data for 2 words. You need to give me data for 20 words. I completely misunderstood, actually, what that function was doing. My mistake. I thought it was saving the whole model. It's just saving the data to train the model. Which is better than nothing, I suppose. I'll definitely have to do another session where I save the whole model and to do what it is that I want it to do. But we'll think about that. But yeah, that's basically what it's doing. Just number of words is 2, and so that's when I still need to train it. All I'm doing is saving the data and learning the data. I need to train it on that data. All right. So that's what's going on there. So theoretically, then here when we do score for word, what I want to show, remember, I want to show the bubble, which is here. So let's go down into. So basically, if the word is OK, Asim, then show the bubble. Yeah. If scores 0.word is equal to OK, Asim, then show bubble. I think that's it, really. All right. I'm going to do it now really quickly to make sure it's working, and then I'll save tons of data, and then we can retrain it and tweak that training with the data to save us a lot of time. But let's give that a go now. All right, so I'm going to just inspect the page just so I have the console there. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. All right, pretty cool. But as you can see, I mean, now it's like I only trained it with like 2 bits of data. This was shitty data basically, so it's working all the time. In fact, maybe it'll just work if I clapped. How's that? Yeah, it's not really great. So let's now give it lots of good. Let's go back to the original model that we had, where we were not loading but training. So let's do a training session, but we'll train it with a ton of data this time, and then we'll make sure we download it as Voyager. We'll call that training. And then we won't do that for now. So for now, oh, it's not load model. It's where is it? It's create and train model. That's it. So it's create and train model. Okay, so boom. That and that and that and that. Okay. All right. Do you know what? Let's call it properly a good name now. So it's okay, Asim. Okay, Asim. Do you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna call it Hey Asim. Hey Asim. Hey Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. I like that. Yo Asim. Okay, here we go. So that's it. And in fact, I'm gonna collect a ton of examples. I'm gonna collect 30 examples, and I'm going to do 2 things. I thought it worked better when it was multiple things. That it was. I just felt it was because I was getting a bit more. It kind of was a bit more. Knew a bit more what was going on. Okay, Google, and let's also do Hey Siri. And what's Cortana's trigger word? Hey Cortana. Oh, hey Cortana. And do you know what? Let's try this one. Hey Siri. I'll do it once, and I won't have to do it again because I'll have saved the data, right? I'll have saved the data. Oh, yo, Asim. Okay, Google. Hey Cortana. Hey Siri. Oh, Alexa. Alexa. In fact, there's too many examples, so I'm going to cut the examples down. Let's go down to like 10. Hopefully, this is going to be good. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, let's give this a go. Model loading. Yo, Asim. 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 Okay, Google. 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 Hey, Cortana. 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 Hey, Siri. 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 Alexa. 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 Alexa, 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 Alexa. Yeah, accuracy is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, Google. Okay, Asim. Hey, Asim. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Alexa. Alexa. Hey, Cortana. Hey, Cortana. Hey, Cortana. Hey, Cortana. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Yo, Asim. Alexa. Hey, Cortana. What was the other one? I forgot one. Whatever. I think that sounds pretty good. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. That's insane. Okay. Well, anyway, that's insane. Okay, I've got another file here, and I am good. You should always stick with me. You should never. You should always bet on Asim, even though I basically screwed up quite a lot of this thing. I got a lot of it right. Okay, here we go. It's 2 point something megabyte file, so it's not the best. But here we go. Voyager.bin. And so now, also it's actually Yo Asim at the end. So where is it? 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 So let's just not train. In fact, we're going to load the model, and then we're going to Yo Asim. Yo Asim. There. Okay, cool. So now let's refresh to begin with. I'm just going to train it. Basically, didn't have to load all those examples again. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Okay, Google. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. What the F? Okay, Google. Hey Siri. Hey Cortana. Alexa. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. What did I even say? How did I say it? I can't even remember. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. I think there's a reason you probably don't use the word yo. Because the... Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. Has it stopped listening? I think it stopped listening. Oh, it only listens for a minute. Alright. Let's try that one more time. But let's listen for a lot longer. Let's set timeout for whatever, a long time. Okay. It's gonna load it. Transfer recognizer. Training. Training, 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 training. Yes, 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 yes. Yo Asim. 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 Okay, Google. Hey, Cortana. Alexa. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. How did I say it? Yo Asim. Yo Asim. Yo Asim. All right, people. And now, hopefully, because we did it with a lot more data and we trained it a lot more, like you can hear, it's not okay. It got okay Google there, But imagine if I trained it for even longer, it would be even better. Like before, the previous models where we were just doing a small amount of data, we weren't really training it that hard. Just random conversations like this. Okay, yeah, got some things. Random conversations like this, we're catching it. But just for like a small amount of effort, we've got something now that does. Yo, Asim. And I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest with you. I'd say halfway through the stream, I was like, "Oh my god, this is never gonna happen." But I'm. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So what did John? John, you said something. This is more accurate than the first Hey Siri I had. Oh, man, I don't know. I can't tell you. I think it's just. I think it's the number of other words you have in there. You couldn't. I think you gotta have a. You can't just do okay Asim. You've got to have a bunch of other ones, which is weird, really. But it's better than nothing. Awesome. That's it. Thank you very much. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot again. So, why am I doing this? I am doing a Kickstarter for to teach people TensorFlow.js. Hopefully, better than I just did just now. With I'm writing a book, or I will be writing a book, and it's available on Kickstarter. If you're watching on YouTube, you can look at the description at the bottom, and you can find out. I'm getting there. I'm getting close, people. 12 days to go. I think I'm 75%, almost 75% of the way there. So I'm very, very. I think it's really going to happen now. So just basically go there. It's if you search on Kickstarter, it's machine learning in JavaScript for absolute beginners. Go search. I'd love your support. There's different things that you can get. So one of the things is just basically, I'm going to be doing a course, like a video course, like all my other video courses, like the ones you'll find on this YouTube channel. But in addition, for the $15, I'll also give an ebook. For $35, you'll also get all of my JavaScript courses as well. I've got two really good ones, Advanced JavaScript and Asynchronous JavaScript. So you'll get those as well, and you'll get those immediately upon the Kickstarter finishing. £45, you actually get. I'm going to print out a book, and there's going to be loads of stickers. I'm not sure if I can show you the stickers. Actually, I've got examples of them. Maybe not. Yeah, there's little stickers. You're going to have these little stickers. You're going to print out, and then you can stick them on your laptops. It's going to be really exciting. So there's that, and then that's the bookworm. Then you got all the things, which is basically the course, the ebook, the printed books, the JavaScript courses. You can get that. Or I am also doing a masterclass, which is basically a 2-day workshop on all things TensorFlow. You get everything here, but you also get a 2-day masterclass. And I'm going to be doing that before I release the materials on the course. To be honest with you, you're going to be helping me run through a lot of the material I'm going to do on the course. So yeah, please support my Kickstarter. I'd really appreciate it. And awesome. Catch you all next week. I don't know what I'm going to do next week, but we'll catch you all next week. Cheers. Cheers, je blij te blij. Choose your blade to blij.